Here's a look at a recap of your markets on this Wednesday, the 5th day of March. After an awful ugly start to the week in the grain markets this week, they did receive a bounce today with most of the grain futures closing in the green finally. Taking a look at the auction barns around the state today, some of the barns affected by the winter weather and cold that came through overnight last night. Green Sea Livestock Market, they didn't get in all the cattle that they were expected to. The market there was noted as very uneven, although cattle were more attractive this week than the previous sale. It was noted that there wasn't enough cattle for some order buyers to square out some loads, and that did put a little bit of pressure on the market there. A few stick-out sales that we did see. 38 head of 651-pound steers sold at $333. Had 20 head of replacement quality heifers, 678 pounds at $300 even. Stick-out sale we seen at South Central Regional Stockyards in Vienna included a full load of 809-pound steers at $275.50. Windsor Livestock Auction, that was going to be the big auction for the day. As of this recording, they've sold a few over 2,000 head, expecting over 3,000 head today. See if they get there or not, but that sale was definitely not cold inside the auction barn today. Some very impressive sales across almost all the weight ranges. They had 19 head of 505-pound steers sell at $405, 80 head 678-pound steers $330.50, had a package of 35 head of steers, averaging 752 pounds, bring $296.50. 131 head of steers. One pop, 831 pounds. They sold at $272 and a quarter. Then a full load of 906-pound steers at $264.75. A few stick-out sales on the heifers. 26 head of 485-pound heifers sold at $346. Had 58 head, 572-pound heifers at $330. And then a full load of 749-pound heifers sold at $270. Box beef cutout values. Choice closed up $1.33 at $313.54. Select was down $1.49 at $302.53. Those values based on 173 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread setting at $11 and a penny. Negotiated feedlot trade for the week. Kansas picked up a few more sales today. 2,700 head now. Live sales have ranged from 195 to 197. Texas has reported about 425 head for the week, all at 197. Iowa about 300 head. Nebraska about 200 head. Not really enough to test the market at all there so far for the week. Total sales have added up to right at 4,600 head. Taking a look at the futures markets on the Mercantile Exchange. All green today for a day change. Live cattle for April up $1.90, 196.55. June up $2.62, 192.70. August at 191.27, up $2.80. Feeder cattle for March, 276.10, up $2.25. April up $3.57 at $276.07, and May at $275.07, up $4.07. Lean hogs for April closed $84.70, up $2.35. May at $87.47, up $2, and June at $94.57, up $1.21. Taking a look at the grain markets, soybeans at the elevators around the state, 13 to 15 higher. Wheat up 12, corn up 4 to 7 cents. Corn bids in the St. Louis region, 454 to 457. Kansas City at 415 to 440. Soybean bids, St. Louis 1014 to 1016. Kansas City at 956 to 1006. Wheat bids in St. Louis on Wednesday, 534 to 550. Kansas City at 518. On the Board of Trade, corn for March, 4 1/4 higher, 440 1/4. May at 455 3/4, up 4 1/4. July 463 1/4, up 4. Soybeans for March, 13 3/4 higher, 9.97 3/4. May at 10.11 3/4, up 12 3/4. July at 10.25, up 11 1/4. March wheat was up 12 1/4, closing the day at 5.30 3/4. May at 5.48 1/4, up 11 1/2, and July at 5.62, up 10 3/4. Soybean meal for March up $7.10 a ton at $2.93 even. Soybean oil for March up 17 cents a hundredweight, closing the day at 42.44. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a recap of your markets for Wednesday. This is Tony Hancock.